Hey, Kristen, very cool to have you on this demo today. How you doing?
I'm excited to see this, Jim. I've been hearing a lot about it behind the scenes, and I'm doing great. um, but I'm really excited about this tool.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you taking a look at this, and I hope the people watching this think it's really cool because you, as the bookninja.com, are doing really amazing things to help authors, and this pretty much fits right into your whole system there of helping authors, doesn't it?
It really does, and I love it when new tools come out that make our author lives a lot easier.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it. So you know as well as I do, let's just set the premise up. It's really hard to get good, high quality reviews for your books, right?
It's like pulling teeth,
Right.
only not as easy because there's no Novocaine.
Right. And so there's a lot of reasons why people don't leave reviews. There's the reason of, frankly, they just don't know how, right? They don't know how to find the button on Amazon to leave the review. They don't have time. They're not writers, so they're not going to sit down and write reviews because they just don't have time. They don't know how to write a review. Most people aren't writers. They don't know how to sit down and write a review. They feel the pressure that they have to write something truly amazing, right?
Hmm.
And it's just all these problems exist with the fact that, and that's why most people don't get as many reviews, is because it's just a lot of people don't review books. They just don't have the time. They don't know how to do it, all of those things. So basically the premise of the whole reviewer grabber is this. If you can make this assumption that why people don't review books, you can say to yourself, well, how do you find the people that do review books? And that's exactly what the reviewer grabber does. Now, it says beta on here because we just relaunched a new version of this, but that'll go away eventually. But this is a tool that finds people who have reviewed similar books to your style of book and gives you their information so you can contact them. So the best way to show that is to just show it, right?
Absolutely.
So why don't you give me a genre or one of your style of one of your books or one of your clients' books that we can go and see if we can find some reviewers for?
Let's look for one that's from my brand new book, and that would be on leadership.
Okay. So basically what you're doing at this stage of the game is you're just putting in a keyword. So let's say you wrote a book on Bigfoot. You would want to find other people. You would want to find reviewers who have reviewed similar books that are also about Bigfoot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you've written a book on leadership. So it stands to reason that you're trying to find reviewers that have reviewed other books on leadership. So you go to the reviewer grabber tool and you just type in leadership or romance or whatever it is you're looking for. And this goes to Amazon and it looks for books that are similar. So let's just make some assumptions here that all of these books here are very similar to the type of book that you wrote. And you say, oh yeah, I probably want people who have reviewed this book. So you just click the grab reviewer button. And you can go over to this books page by clicking the link, and it'll take you to this book. And it'll show you that this book has 1,143 customer reviews. And it'll also show you it's got 75% of five-star reviews. And this is just the basic Amazon page. But what you'll see on this page is that each Amazon reviewer has the review and their name. And some people don't have names and some people do. Like this one is Karina Holer. And if you click on that, you'll go to Karina's page and it'll show you her reviewer ranking, but it doesn't have much more profile information, okay? So that's not a good lead. So let's look down here to the second one. Well, this person is left a 5-star review, but they don't have a profile page. So can't get any information from that. So let's go down here to the next one, Wally Bach, and click on his link, and there's Wally's page. And Wally does have a profile page, and he's got an email address and a website and everything. So basically, you can do this by hand. You can go look for Wally, okay? But what our tool does is it goes through those 1,213 reviews or whatever it was and finds the reviewers that have the following criteria. Number one, they have a profile page that has some information about them, an email address, a website, a name, right? It also finds people who have left only 3, 4, and 5-star reviews on the book. because why would you want to contact a reviewer who left a bad review on a book, right?
Exactly.
So exactly, right? So you're saying to yourself now, Jim, why did it only find 6 reviewers? There were 1,200 reviews on that book. Well, that's because not every Amazon profiler has a profile page. Not every Amazon profile has an email address or a website listed, and we only look for 3, 4, and 5-star reviews. So you're saying to yourself, well, Jim, that stinks. I wanted to get the contact of all 1,200 people who reviewed that book. Well, guess what? They don't exist. And so what our system did was it found 6 reviewers. And look at this. The first one we just found is Wally Bach. And there's Wally's name, his email, his website, his reviewer ranking. And it also found 5 reviewers without email addresses. We'll get back to that. So let's just assume that all of these books are books that you think are similar to your book. So I'm just going to go ahead and start clicking these grab reviewer button. So what it's doing now is it's going one by one through every one of those books and scanning the reviewer profiles, which is all public information. There's nothing nefarious going on here. These are people who have left public information on Amazon. The tool is just finding these people and bringing it back for you in a database that you can look at. So we found 6 reviewers in the first book. We found so far 6 in the second book, and as soon as it's done scanning, it'll move on to the next one. So let's see. This book, The 5 Levels of Leadership, has 311 customer reviews. So far, we found 6 reviewers from that book alone.
I've noticed that books with less reviews actually have higher quality reviewers.
Yeah, that's
like
an interesting
the
phenomenon.
ratio.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I personally think it's because there's a lot of authors out there that will mail their lists and say, hey, go leave me a positive review. So anyone and their brother's, cousin's, uncle's plumber might throw a couple sentences on there. And because this system is scanning for the more of the professional level reviewers, the people who actually love reviewing books. They may get a copy of the book, as part of it. They may be media, which would be awesome. So it's definitely paring down the higher quality, but the ratio is, the more people you get, the more not so good people you're going to get.
That could be true. So let's see. We found 15 so far. We click over to this tab, and so far we have 3 of them with email addresses with their reviewer ranking and their helpful votes. And some of these got a Facebook page, and this one, Sean, just has an email address, and you've got 13 without an email address. Okay. So as you can see, in 3 minutes, we found
less than that.
16 potential people who might want to review your book. Okay. So let's say you just keep hitting buttons here. You keep hitting buttons. You let the system work. You go out to the gym. You go have a cup of coffee. You take a walk, make breakfast. You come back, and all of a sudden, you've got a list of potentially 50, 100, 200 plus email or reviewers that you could contact. So let's talk about that. So basically, all about this because you teach this training. You're very good at it. And I'd like you to chime in on this. Let's say that you get, you want to send an email to Steve Burns, who's a Vine Voice reviewer. What is the best way to contact that person and ask them for a review now that you found them using this tool?
I actually have an email template that I use that's in the members area for my members who get my book review templates. And one of the things that I personally do is I will go look that person up on that book, do a search for them and find the reviews that they've left, which is just as simple as going to their reviewer page. And then I'm going to tell them what I liked about them, why I like their review style, stroke the ego a little bit, and let them know how my book fits the types of books they like to review, judging by, again, what they've already reviewed. And then it's a matter of just asking them their preferred preference and how they would like to receive the book, whether that's a gift on Amazon, where I could gift it to them and make it more of a verified purchase, which works in my favor. Or if they want a reimbursement for it or a free hard copy when it's done, or PDF in advance. There's a bunch of different ways that you can get the material to them to review. I've reviewed books from all the above. And so it's just a matter of a formula, really, you know, how to contact them and get them to say yes.
So you're doing it the absolute best possible way that anyone can do it, right? So
I'm trying to, yeah.
reaching out to them one-on-one with a personal message, and you're taking it an entire step further than most people, which is you're actually researching the reviewer and kind of seeing what they reviewed and everything. So,
well, and I do that for a reason, because I write books in a series. And if I can make friends with people in a certain genre, they not only know other people they can spread the book to and who would like it, and other reviewers that I could contact that would be good reviewers, but they also are more likely to review the next books in the series as well, because I was so fun and easy to work with.
Yeah, and you bring up a great point. You're building a database of people who can be reviewers for all of your books in the future. Exactly. And let me just show this to you. So you can see it's still cranking away. We found 35 already, over 6 books. Now, how long would that have taken you to go through thousands of reviews on Amazon on your own? It would have taken,
oh my word, days.
So in less than 10 minutes, we found 37 people from 6 books, okay? So let's just say we're done with our searching, which we're not. We're just going to click check on this box right here, okay? So what we can do now is we can export these all to a database, and the database is just going to be I'm going to try to open it here so that you can see it, and I don't know if it's going to show up on the screen here because I might have to share a specific window and make sure that I got it the right one. Can you see the Excel file yet?
I can.
You can?
I can, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the wrong one. You can
it's
see
not populated yet.
Okay, that was the wrong. Okay, so here it is. I got the right one. You see it now?
There's a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So there's a little bit of a lag, but there it is.
So basically, what you can see here is that it shows the reviewer name. It shows a link to their profile page. It shows their email. It shows their web page if they had one. It shows their reviewer ranking, their votes, and here's what's great. It shows what level of review they left. So they left a 5-star on this book called The Leadership Challenge, right? It gives you the title of the book and a link to the book. So
wow.
You have a link to the profile page. You have their email address, their name, what level review they wrote. So I want you to think about this. All that custom information that you put in those emails, you said, you can send an email that says, hey, I noticed you left a 5-star review on Leadership Challenge, how to make extraordinary things happen in organizations. I'd like to send you a copy of my book. My book's called The Leadership Success Formula or whatever. See? And this tool gives you all this information that easily, and you can build a database of reviewers.
That's just freaking incredible. I'm kind of speechless, which is rare. Anyone who knows me knows that's a tough thing.
Right. So, I mean, you can see, and, people always say, well, Jim, what about the ones without email addresses? Well, you can still contact those people. So let's say that Andrew Rogers has got a link to his website here. You just click over to it, and Andrew W. Rogers hopefully has a contact me button, and he does. And Andrew's got his email address there. So, you're going to get a combination. Not everybody lists their email address on their Amazon profile page, but it doesn't matter. You're going to get the ones with emails, and you can also reach out to these people. So where are we? We are at 59 reviewers in 10 minutes, 60 now, over 9 books. And if you would have had to do this by hand, it would have taken you about 5 days.
Yeah, at least.
Or hiring a virtual assistant at, $10 an hour to do it. So what we've accomplished in 10 minutes, would have cost thousands of dollars and thousands of hours of time. So as you can see, it's just still cranking away. It's finding new reviewers. It's updating the list. And it's building this database for people to contact that you can contact about your books.
I freaking love this. I want my hands on this for myself, and I want every single one of my customers to get access to this tool.
Yeah, well, as you can see,
Incredible.
the power is pretty amazing. Author Marketing Club's been around for a while. We should mention that if people do want to get a copy of this, what's the link they can go to get this?
They can go to kristenrecommends.com/reviewer grabber, and that link will be right here on the annotation on the video.
Yeah, it'll be right on the video. So just go to that link. Say it again.
kristenrecommends.com/reviewer grabber.
All right. And we'll mention that again here. But basically, this is so simple. So let's say that you're done with your checklist. You've gone through, and by the way, I should point this out. We give you 50 grabs a day, and that means that we allow you to scan 50 books a day. And the reason we only allow 50 is this: we don't want Amazon. We don't want to overload Amazon with a bunch of requests. Okay, this is a tiny drop in the bucket for them. They're getting trillions of requests a day, but the point is that you don't need that. You don't need more than 50. Okay, because we've only scanned 12 books, so that's 12 grabs, and we found 70 contacts.
Wow.
So, answer this question. Are you possibly going to be able to contact 70 people in one day by sending them an email? No.
Not every single day, no.
No, it's a lot of work, right?
More than enough. And most people, I mean, when you're starting to look for reviewers for your book, you're not going to be spending every single day looking for reviewers. So you can hone in your time to take advantage of this tool.
You can even hire a virtual assistant to contact these people for you if you give them the right template.
Absolutely. The template and the fill in the blanks so the assistant can fill it in with what's in the Excel spreadsheet, and boom, you're off.
That is the beautiful thing there. So as you can see, it really does a quick job. I mean, relatively quicker than we can do it in person, but it just kind of goes through the motions, just handles it for you. And this is not a downloadable software. It's not something you got to install on your computer. It just works in a Chrome browser, a free Chrome browser. And it just works this seamless. You guys are watching it live. This is a live demo. This is just me actually just using the tool. Now, here's what's really cool about it, is when you're done, let's just say you export everything and you want to start fresh, you just go in and put a new term in. And you can do it by book if you want. So say, for example, you were really a big fan of Dean Koontz. How do you spell Koontz again?
TZ, I think.
TZ? Okay.
Not positive.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Okay, yeah, you're right. So let's just look for Dean Koontz books. Let's say you write books that are similar to Dean Koontz. So you can go look just for the Dean Koontz books.
Nice.
And I want to grab the reviewers of Watchers and Ashley Bell and The City and St. Odd. And you can build your own database of just people who have reviewed Dean Koontz books. Or you could just search for one specific book title. You could put The Catcher in the Rye in. You could put an author title name. You could put a book title name. You could put a genre name in. And there's, aside from the 50 clicks a day of looking for the books, there's no limit. You could come back every day and redo this again. So it really is a powerful tool.
Really, really powerful. Like, I admit it, I got the preview link to go check the tool out, and I intentionally did not click it, partly because I was traveling at the time when I got it, and partly because I wanted to see this tool and actually have an honest, I wanted it to be on camera and, and honest. This is the first time I've actually looked at the power of this tool and seen what it can do. Like, seriously, this is the first time. And I'm just blown away. I'm speechless. That's all, just speechless.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad to hear you say that. That's the reaction I get when most people see this. Look at the first one here, Ladybug. She's the 127th most popular reviewer on Amazon.
Wow.
So, I mean,
you know how long my parents took to find a reviewer in the top 1,000 for my mom's cookbook? I mean, months of research.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 in the top 1,000 right here.
This is just freaking amazing.
Yeah. So that's basically the tool. I think that the people who are following you and working with you will really enjoy it. Do you have any other questions before we just wrap up?
I don't. I think this is incredible. Everyone go to kristenrecommends.com/reviewer grabber to go grab the reviewer grabber tool and grab those reviewers.
All right, Kristen. Well, thank you for allowing me to spend some time showing your members and the people who follow you this information. And I hope that they join you and use the tool. And again, we're all about helping people, as I know you are. That's your business model as well. So this tool will really help you, and I really appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing this with me, Jim, and with my people. I'm so excited for them to take advantage of it.
Thank you very much as well. All right. I will talk to you soon, Kristen. Thank you.
Sounds good. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jim.